Arsenal consider Antonio Conte as Mikel Arteta's replacement. Arsenal are considering Antonio Conte as Mikel Arteta's replacement if results don't improve in the coming weeks. The Arsenal boss is under pressure to improve results before the second international break in October, otherwise he faces a fight to keep his job, according to The Telegraph. Arsenal have started the new Premier League season with back-to-back defeats against Brentford and Chelsea and have the tough task of travelling to Manchester City this Sunday. Arteta was confronted by a group of angry supporters who surrounded his car outside the Emirates Stadium after defeat to Chelsea. After the match, the Spaniard thanked the crowd for what he described as trying to give the players a boost. "I see a lot of positives with the crowd and the team today. At the end I didn't see any bad reaction with any of the players. But that is my opinion," said the Arsenal manager when asked about the negative reaction at the Emirates Stadium. "Feeling sorry for yourself does not help. You have to face the challenge, face the criticism, because it will come." Arsenal have been hit with several injuries and COVID-19 infections to key players in recent weeks, but that excuse doesn't cut it with many fans who argue that the Gunners have spent more money on signings than any other Premier League club this summer. After Manchester City and an international break, Arsenal have games against newly promoted Norwich City, Burnley, Tottenham Hotspur and Brighton. It is understood that Arsenal would need to improve their performances and points tally by the trip to Brighton on October 2 if Arteta wants to keep his job. If Arteta was to leave, Arsenal would turn to Conte, who is out of work after leaving Italian giants Inter Milan during the summer. Conte, who led Inter to the Serie A title last season, rejected an approach from Arsenal's North London rivals Tottenham over the summer as they attempted to fill the void left by Jose Mourinho. Arsenal would have to try to convince the former Chelsea boss that he would be given the resources to win trophies at the Emirates. It is understood that he would reject any offer where he felt that wasn't possible. Corinthians want to sign Arsenal winger Willian, but his priority is to stay in Europe. Arsenal flop Willian is believed to be in talks with home country club Corinthians just a summer after joining Arsenal on a 3-year deal. Willian scored just once from his 37 games for the Gunners last season, and has failed to feature in Arsenal's opening 2 Premier League fixtures. And he enraged supporters of the North Londoners on Sunday after appearing to like a Chelsea Instagram post celebrating their win over Arsenal. Willian is reportedly one of the highest paid players at the club, with his weekly wage reportedly well in excess of £100,000 a week and therefore causing a stumbling block for those trying to sign him. Now, transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has declared Willian has a proposal from Corinthians. Romano tweeted, "Corinthians have made an official bid to Willian, confirmed. He wants to leave Arsenal since May and he's now considering Corinthians' proposal. Willian has never been in talks with Al Ahly, priority still to European clubs, but Corinthians are now pushing. To be honest, I think Willian should leave Arsenal to go somewhere to play football. He is not suitable with Mikel Arteta's tactic and also not good enough for Arsenal. This is also a big mistake from transfer plan of Arteta and Edu, who brought him from Chelsea last year. We need quality players to help the team play better immediately. Not only quantity with many average players in our team." Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira set to join Italian club Fiorentina on season-long loan. Forgotten Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira is set to join Italian giants Fiorentina. According to Football London, the Uruguayan midfielder is set to join the Viola on a season-long loan with an obligation to buy. Torreira joined Arsenal in 2018 and became a regular in Unai Emery's team but has struggled for game time in recent years since the Spaniard left the club. Torreira's agent had expressed his player's desire to return to Italy this summer, but Football London reported last week the 25-year-old was keen to stay at the Gunners and fight for his place. The 25-year-old was hoping to be part of the Gunners squad for the upcoming season following his loan at Atletico Madrid last term, but has reportedly been told by Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta that he would not be part of his plans. Torreira has previously admitted that he struggled with the lack of playing time at the Emirates, so much so that he had to see a psychologist. "I think Lucas Torreira leave Arsenal is the best way for both Arsenal and him. He can play football regularly, that is the thing the footballer want. I used to like his energy and passion when playing football in the first season at Arsenal. But I don't know exactly the reason why Arteta never give him a chance to play in the midfield at Arsenal as well as William Saliba's situation. You can look back the game with Chelsea, we didn't have many options for central defense. Pablo Mari and Rob Holding were not good to handle Romelu Lukaku and we got the bad result. I really have a big questions for Mikel Arteta and Edu that what they are doing in the transfer market. Arsenal set asking price for Eddie Nketiah amid Crystal Palace and Brighton transfer links. Arsenal have set a £20 million asking price for Eddie Nketiah as Crystal Palace and Brighton plot moves for the England U21 striker. Nketiah has scored 13 goals in 65 appearances for the Gunners since breaking into the first team in 2018. Much was expected of the frontman after he graduated from Arsenal's academy, but he has struggled to kick on for his club, despite thriving for England U21 and becoming the team's leading goalscorer. Illnesses to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexandre Lacazette may have opened the door to Nketiah to start this season as Mikel Arteta's first-choice striker, but he is currently nursing an ankle injury and missed the opening day defeat to Brentford and home loss to Chelsea. With Nketiah's current contract expiring next summer, and Arsenal unwilling to offer him new terms, they must decide whether to cash in on the youngster before this summer's transfer deadline closes or risk losing him on a free transfer at the end of the season. The Athletic say Arsenal are ready to sell Nketiah in the next 10 days, but only if a club match their £20 million valuation. Premier League clubs Crystal Palace and Brighton have both expressed interest in signing Nketiah, but Palace value him at around £10 million, while Brighton's move has hit a stumbling block. An unnamed team in Germany are also believed to be interested in signing Nketiah, but Arsenal may have to lower their price to ensure they get a fee for the former Chelsea academy player. Time for Eddie Nketiah to prove his ability is over. He cannot develop under Mikel Arteta anymore. And leaving Arsenal is good for his career at this moment. Granit Xhaka confirms he's signed new contract at Arsenal after Chelsea defeat. Arsenal star Granit Xhaka has confirmed he's put pen to paper on a new contract, reassuring fans he will give everything he can to get the club back on the right track after such a disappointing start to the season. Xhaka had looked destined to join Serie A giants Roma earlier this summer, but Jose Mourinho's side were priced out of a move, and the 28-year-old midfielder has decided to commit his future to the Gunners, signing a new long-term deal. The Swiss has even captained the North London outfit in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's absence this term, 2 years on from his angry confrontation with supporters which saw him stripped of the armband. However, Xhaka knows there is little time to celebrate or reflect, given Arsenal are still without a point after a pair of defeats to newly promoted Brentford and fierce rivals Chelsea in the Premier League. "I'm very happy, I'm still here," he told Arsenal's official website following Sunday's London derby. "I've signed a new contract, of course, and I want to give back, first of all to our staff, and then after to our fans, and they know I will give everything, in every game and every training session. So yeah, I think we have to show that as a team soon." On Arsenal's loss at home to Chelsea, Xhaka added, "I'm very disappointed. We had the fans behind us after a long time, we wanted to give them something back. But I think you could see today why Chelsea are one of the best teams in Europe. They are doing some good things, but I think we can take something good from today as well. Of course we have to analyze the game. Every time we lose we are disappointed, but we have to say as well about the good things." Xhaka is adamant Arsenal's campaign is far from over despite a miserable return to top-flight action in their 2 opening matches. "I don't think the season is over after 2 games, the ex-Borussia Mönchengladbach midfielder went on. "We know we lost the 2 games and we are very disappointed, but we have still many games to go. A season never ends after 2, 3 or 4 games. We know we have to do better things, but this will come soon, and as I say, we have to believe in each other so we can come out from this." The Switzerland international remains confident Arsenal can still achieve something big under Mikel Arteta's tutelage this season. "We want to achieve something big, of course," he continued. "After 2 games a lot of people are speaking about this team and about this club, but I will say no season finishes after 2 or 3 games. We still have games still in front of us, we know we have to improve a lot of things and I'm sure we will do that." Arsenal never made inquiry for James Maddison, says Leicester boss Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers is confident James Maddison will be staying on with Leicester this season and insists Arsenal have never even made an inquiry for the midfielder. The Gunners have been intent on strengthening in the middle of the park since the summer transfer window opened and moved quickly to bring in Albert Sambi Lokonga, 21, from Anderlecht in a deal worth around £17 million last month. Rumours began to circulate that Maddison could be the next through the doors at the Emirates, with discussions said to be underway, and the 24-year-old England international reportedly open to the prospect of a switch to North London. However, Arsenal went on to wrap up a permanent agreement to land Real Madrid's Martin Odegaard, following the Norwegian's successful loan spell last season, which seemingly put the speculation surrounding Maddison to bed. Mikel Arteta has remained tight-lipped regarding Arsenal's interest in Maddison throughout the saga, and Rodgers branded the link's paper talk when addressing the rumours ahead of Leicester's trip to West Ham. There have been things this year around James. It was all paper talk, gossip, because there was never an inquiry, never a bid, he said. Rodgers believes many of Leicester's more high-profile and sought-after players will be keen to continue their journey at the King Power Stadium thanks to the club's FA Cup success last term. Maddison, who has been capped once by England, still has another 3 years remaining on his current deal with the Foxes. The midfielder had an impressive start to last season but struggled with hip and knee injuries in the second half of the campaign and subsequently missed out on a place in Gareth Southgate's Three Lions squad for the European Championships.
If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe.